Hi, readers. I'm Jordan.
And I'm Katie.
And welcome to Not Another Heroine, the book pod where we celebrate the heroines we love
and roast the ones we don't. We'll be your TBR FGMs.
Fairy godmothers.
And find you the best 5-star reads, the spiciest romance, and save you from the overhyped DNFs.
So grab your favorite drink and get cozy. Welcome to Season 3.
Hi, readers!
We made it to the No Awards. Another year down, which is crazy. I love that we call this the Na Awards, by the way.
I'm rewatching The Office right now, and all I can think of is the Dundies. And this is the Dundies, but for romantasy books. So
we actually have our own award titles this year. We took the time to actually go through everything. So here we go.
It definitely made me realize how many books of one genre I can see. I'll just leave it at that,
Our reading trends for this past year, I think we may owe a bit of an apology for how much we nosedived into Ali Hazelwood.
The back half of season 3 was almost exclusively brought to you by Ali Hazelwood.
I can't imagine if you're a reader and you don't like Ali Hazelwood, which I might forgive you if you don't. It's fair. It's fine. Everyone has their own thing. But that's all we read. Like, picks of the week and the full-length episodes were just Ali Hazelwood over and over and over again.
I will say, as a sidebar, I was going back through some of my picks of the week, and if you don't totally love Ali Hazelwood, I would recommend reading Christina Lauren's The True Love Experiment and that series. I feel like it pulls the best of Ali Hazelwood without all of the Ali Hazelwood isms. So if you didn't enjoy those episodes, maybe just take a sidebar into Christina Lauren land.
Fun fact, Christina Lauren is a author duo.
Yeah.
Christina and Lauren writing together.
Love that. What a vibe. Cool. I'm pretty sure they have another book coming out that my friend has alluded to. Interesting. Here I am.
Well, so we did lots of Ali Hazelwood, lots of Grace Draven too, because we read Radiance, we read what else?
I feel like you had a lot of picks of the week from Grace Draven.
That's fair.
I feel like I need to jump back into rereading of Master of Crows and just kind of trigger it.
It's been on my to-do list because Master of Crows is like a yearly or every other year kind of thing. It just itches the scratch.
Yeah.
Scratches the I did a you.
No, I'm sorry. It's expanding. Not to totally bring us back to Ali Hazelwood again, but I think the number of times I've read Master of Crows is in competition with the number of times that I've read Problematic Summer Romance by Ali Hazelwood.
Really? Not Bride?
I have only read Bride, I think twice maybe, but between The Love Hypothesis and Problematic Summer Romance, they're getting up there. I need to maybe calm down.
So it's curious to me because some people, like voracious readers, will not reread some books, and I that does not compute in my brain. Like I will happily eat 100 M&Ms in a row, knowing it's gonna take the same thing every time. But it makes me sad if you don't get enjoyment out of rereading books. Every reader is slightly different, so no shame on that. But I hope that you can reread your books because it's a safe, soft space to be in.
Yeah. On that note, a book that I will never, ever again reread, for any reason on God's green earth is, in competition between The Kiss of the Basilisk, which was, an experience, and then also Morning Glory Milking Farm.
It's weird that those 2 books are belong in the same genre, technically, but they're so vastly different.
Yeah, because it's interesting, The Kiss of the Basilisk is more fantasy romance, but, obviously, Morning Glory Milking Farm is also fantasy, but it feels like contemporary fantasy romance, which, I don't think that's a title, a genre.
So I have a story to tell about Morning Glory Milking Farm.
Love it.
So I did, in fact, read it after you had that rave review pick of the week, and you're right. It's cozy. It's a cozy special.
Crazy.
But I was with family over the holidays, and my mother is also a reader. She is kind of exploring. She's more contemporary women's fiction, like, Kristen Hanna is one of her
Oh, yeah, yeah,
mentors, but she's read others. I have her reading Bride, so
yeah.
we're dabbling.
She's like, "What the fuck are you reading?"
My mother also listens to this
Oh.
podcast. Like, "Oh, mom." But, I made the mistake of explaining to her that books like Morning Glory, Milking Farm do exist, and then I showed her the cover, and then I zoomed in on the cover. I said, "Mom, what do you think she's pouring there?"
War crime, straight to jail.
I know.
God.
I'm gonna be grounded for life
Oh,
at this.
that's fair, that's fair. That's how I felt the whole time I was reading it, hiding in my bedroom with my, little Kindle underneath the
Mhm.
sheets, no one can know that I consumed this book. Me and, another one of my book girly friends, have a mutual agreement that we will erase our archive of our own, browsing history and then our Kindle Unlimited consumption.
That's reasonable. I need in on this
Yep,
agreement
yeah.
too, by the way, so thank you.
Just need a 3 that would be a great service if there is, one of our readers out there who, upon the death certificate getting signed, that it just, immediately clears all of your, sus reading, that would be great.
You just have a shelf, sus
Yep,
reading,
yeah.
we just have everything saved there.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, that's how I felt, I read Haunting Adeline this season too.
Oh god.
Ew.
Well, no.
Ooh,
There were some questionable book choices,
gross.
but one of my favorite things that happened this year was you finally started historical
Oh my
romance
god, dude.
novels.
I went down a rabbit hole kinda because I think I read, 4 or 5 back to back.
Mhm.
I didn't know, and now I know. So,
Now you're
yeah,
corrupted for life.
thank you, Jordan. I needed a reality check because I don't know why I continue to doubt you because I also, dabbled.
Don't even no, no, no. Don't even get me started on the
That's fair.
hating game. I am so mad about this book.
We'll save that for season 4.
Mhm. Years, readers, I've been working on this
Yeah,
book with her.
it's so good. It's so good. Oh my gosh.
What else we got?
We also watched Maxton Hall. Um, I don't know what it is about that TV that is the same kind of, satisfaction as Heated Rivalry, which I also consumed, sometime during season 3. Between the 2 of those, I am full up on, young adult, problematic, drama-filled, angsty romance, that's, well filmed and, high quality.
So, note on that, I just remembered that we have a YouTube, commenter on our Max and Hall episodes. I think tag is open to discussion is the username. Lots of comments. I will go through all of them, but first the first question I believe was or I guess it was a statement about, open the Max and Hall episodes expecting it to be a comparison between the book and the show.
Oh.
So, I apologize. We did not read the book.
No.
I will not read the book.
Is it dual POV first person?
That's the
Oh,
yes,
it is.
and so it has nothing to do with the writing skill or the quality of the book. It is just my own maybe you will read it.
That's yeah, I'll add it to my list.
I what I do now is I open the book and I flip through the chapters, and if I see a name, I'm like, "Absolutely
No,
not."
thank you. I'm good. Sorry. I have recommended so many that I just, didn't even consider were dual POV first person, and then I send it to you, and then I get a Katie girl. I'm like, "Oh, no, it's I didn't notice."
So, there was one book that I read as a pick of the week. Okay, Death's Obsession.
Yeah.
It was a dual POV, but it was I feel embarrassed admitting that I've read this book,
It happens.
but the dual POV only happened, 3 or 4 times where it switched to the dude's perspective, and I think I could tolerate it in very small doses, but if it's every other chapter,
That's fair.
no, I'm gonna nope out of there.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you also were, going through a phase during those, so I feel like it just kinda, fed in.
That was the era of the scattered bone and
Uh-huh.
then, like, let's just embrace
Yeah.
death in the best way
I
possible.
will say I love, both Ali Hazelwood's I think it's, Bride and Mate have the little, tidbit at the beginning of each chapter where it's, his POV, but it's only,
Mhm.
4 or 5 lines.
She does that
I
brilliantly.
dig that shit. Oh my god. I want that in every book.
It's like the salt on the rim of a margarita glass, you just need a little bit of it to go with the rest of your drink, and it touches
Oh my
home.
gosh, and a little, tahini on some watermelons. Tasty. Do we wanna get into the actual
Awards. I I love your idea here for these awards. So, like, okay, the first one our first award is don't judge a book by its cover in the best way, because the cover may mislead you, the content is amazing.
Love in the Afternoon, Lisa Kleypas. It got me.
The stable scene,
Oh my god, dude.
shower scene.
Dude, this was the one that, like, triggered my 5 book deep, like, segue into historical romance land. But all of the covers, they're so, like, quintessentially, like, Harlequin romance. Like,
Mhm.
I would be embarrassed to read that on the way to school, you know what I mean? Where it's like,
Thanks,
well,
I was.
remember?
Not for all of them.
Damn, dude.
I know.
Jordan has some, like, iron balls over here.
Oh my god.
Sorry. You.
That went into a different route. What's our next award?
This is the "You Need Therapy After Consuming This Book" award.
Um, for the author.
For me too, for being exposed to it.
Everyone needs therapy.
Everyone involved. Characters, the author, me as the reader.
Kiss of the Basilisk
Lindsay
by Lin
Schwab. Schwab.
Schwab?
Schwab tires.
No, Staub?
Stop. Stupid up. Stop. Lindsay, stop.
One of those names.
Yes. Yeah.
It I could not finish it. I s you what, you got 30-40% of the way through?
I finished it.
What?
Dude.
Stop.
That's why I need, like, a double dose.
You finished it. That was so bad.
I finished the whole thing, and that's why I deserve therapy resulting from this trauma, and Lindsay just released, like, a second book in the series, I'm pretty sure.
I
I think it's called Between Two
no.
Kings, which I can only imagine is just as, insane as the first one.
This should have been a Tawdry Tuesday books
Yes.
if we were still running Tawdry
Yeah,
Tuesday.
yeah, 'cause, every other word needed to be bleeped out, I feel.
Yeah. But we also have the we'll pay for the therapy, and we're happy to.
Mhm. Yep, Alchemized by Senlin Yu.
Mhm.
You need therapy in, like, a different way after consuming this book.
This book is definitely not for every reader. It's definitely not for every romantasy reader. Like, we can acknowledge that for some people, like, if you stop at after finishing part 1, I don't blame you. There's a lot going on here. It is definitely for a very specific appetite, but for me, it's one of the best books I read this year.
Me
Me
too,
too.
honestly. And, I feel like when I get into the dead of winter, seasonal depression onset, I might, try to read part 2 and then part 1 and then
Mhm.
and really need an extra dose of therapy. I just wanna feel some pain maybe. Next award though is, the Catfished Award.
The Songbird and the Heart of Stone, which readers, you may hate us for this one.
There's a
I know
Bryant, right?
Carissa Broadbent, yeah. I know this book is kinda beloved right now. It's got a huge fan base.
It was
It was not for us.
mm-mm.
I think it was too cheesy, and I say that loving, like, the first book that she
Yeah.
did. What is it? The
I can never say it, the something in the wings of night.
Serpent and the
Oh,
Wings of Night.
no.
That was a great book. This one
Mm-mm. No.
did not hit home for us.
I think it didn't help that I read, what was the other one right before it? It was, like, about gods. What Monstrous Gods?
That sounds right.
Right?
Mhm.
Which is almost identical in plot, and I didn't enjoy that one, and then I didn't enjoy this one either. And didn't we read it, somewhat around The Familiar?
No, The Familiar was last year,
Oh.
like, the old. We've been reading too long. That's the
God.
problem.
Time, apparently does not
Mhm.
exist. Anyways, on that note,
We're gonna go into the Katie Award, also known as, "Did I like this because it was good or because it was a hockey romance?"
The Dixon Rule by Elle Kennedy. It was so okay, so this one was good, and it just happened to be a hockey romance. But this one was probably like, if you're gonna read any of the hockey romances, you should read this one. And it's the 2nd book in a series, which is kind of like a crazy,
That's wild that it's that.
yeah, but it's delicious. I felt fed, nourished. For Jordan's award, did I like it because it was good or because there was a soft virginal heroine? When we were so we have this open in, like, a Google Doc, and when I saw her typing that word out, I was like, "Jordan, we can't say things like that. This is not Tawdry Tuesday."
But it's so true. If it's like a Cinderella story and this heroine's gonna just have an awful life the first third of the book, I'm here for it. So this is Traitor's Son by Melissa
Mhm.
Cove? Yeah.
That's fair.
You'll find out more about this book, next season.
Another original heroine.
All right. Kind of going into some of our picks of the week.
Mhm.
You got any notes for standouts for yours?
Yes, The Bodyguard by Catherine Senner. I think about this book kind of, like, periodically that I don't read a lot of clean romance, but if you need a clean romance, this one is so freaking good for, like, what it is. It's delightful, they have a bunch of silly banter. It
Mhm.
was, like, one of the, like, standouts that I distinctly remember consuming.
This is a good gateway contemporary romance. I also sent my mother on this one, and she enjoyed it as well. So, like, for your, like, people who want to break into the romance genre, like, don't give them Kiss of the Basilisk, give them The Bodyguard.
That is very true because I do feel like I see people recommend that to, like, people just moving into the insane, insane work. Oh my gosh. And then also The True Love Experiment by Christina Lauren, is super good. If you like Ali Hazelwood, you'll like this. Mountain Love by Ali Hazelwood, I called this my very own second chance romance.
It was, 'cause how many tries did it
Yeah,
take you?
but I think it was, like, the second or third try that I was like, "Let me actually, like, sit down and consume this," and I loved it. And in that same vein, Dramatic Summer Romance by Ali Hazelwood, I have read an ungodly number of times.
I I don't get it,
That's
but I think what this comes down to is, like, some heroines just speak to you, and I think Maya speaks to you on this one.
that's fair, that's fair. Your picks of the week. I
Mm.
wanna hear everything about this.
So, internal question was there a crack in this book? And that was for Death's Obsession, which is I don't I don't think it's a particularly good book. I don't think it sends a good message, but for some reason, I just devoured it in one sitting. So, if you are feeling a little darker and you wanna branch out, if you're not a dark romance
Mhm.
reader and you want to dabble, that's the book I would set you on. Um Traitor Son already has so many awards, like, it's a good one, but that was, like, a really pleasant surprise for me this year because it came recommended on the subreddit, and those are it's just everyone's got their own preferences outside of just a book being good. That was it hit everything for me. It
Mhm.
was excellent. Um, Let me talk about The Spell Shop by Sarah, uh, Beth Durst. I was betrayed by the cover. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
There's a second one that's even prettier. I could not do the green herald, like, lumberjack neighbor delivering cookies. It just was not cozy romance, not for me. That's what I learned this year.
Yeah.
Um,
Unless it's Morning Glory Milking Farms. It's a cozy romance.
it really is. God, I've got a lot to talk about. Actually, some really good picks of the week this year. Like,
Mhm.
I didn't realize how many good ones I read until I put them all on the list, but probably up there with Alchemized as far as favorite books read, is Taming Demons for Beginners, the
Oh,
entire 5-book series by Annette Marie.
thank you.
Um, I'm gonna reread it, actually. I'm reading it now, like, yes, let's revisit that one. So that was phenomenal. God, there's so one final call out. So, remember we had Tawdry Tuesdays at the beginning of this past year. I read a book called The Sensual Evening.
I feel like I know this one too, and I should read it.
So, maybe one day that those episodes will be removed from our Patreon paywall, but not this
No,
time.
no. Maybe, like, once we're both passed away, you know?
Yeah, that book is burned into my brain for some very bad reasons. Yep. So, yeah,
On
those
that note.
books. So, we like to close out, our seasons, our NA awards by going over all of our episode titles. This is our 3rd year in a row.
Ready to start out strong.
Why are you making me say the first one? Alright. Caveat on this one, readers. You may not recognize some of the titles. Some of these titles are for our Tawdry Tuesday episodes. Rob was responsible for creating some of these. I will not own this very first one, not my creation.
Song too, wasn't it?
It was amazing. I am not singing it.
I forgot.
Refuse. But if you here we go. If you remember the old school Folgers commercials, the coffee commercials, that's the jingle here. Here we go. The best part of waking up is an alien in your no. Not fishing.
All stars. Do not insult Lego Star Wars.
She could have been a really compelling character, except she was a sea urchin.
Let it happen. I know her.
Here's so many D's.
Chicken soup.
Slutty muggle clothing.
Everything in the kitchen sink.
Thirsty for Shay. One of your books, I think.
I don't even recognize that. All that in a bag of chips.
I can't say this one. And she's coming.
He's just going to Chowtown.
The hand scene will get you.
Come back, she's hot.
Invisible hands.
Is this book a boomer?
An absolute acid trip.
The point that you fall.
Dear God. Dog treats and a glass of milk.
The Red Wedding.
Revelational.
Surprise guest appearance by Chevreuil's Glove.
This coming to Jesus meeting with Orlac.
Praying for a Grace Draven collab.
God damn it. They finally have time to
Beep.
beep.
Kentucky Fried Gentry.
Frau Frankenheim's 4-day beep fest.
Hey, my bonnet's up here, bro.
This episode sponsored by the Artful Brit.
Then he leaves her high and dry.
You know it's problematic, but you're gonna eat it.
Go to your fucking room right now.
I like that part.
Problematic summer romance.
Mistress Mallow and the girl who can still have kids.
How do they get around? Horses? I don't know. Magic.
A Pegasus and a special telescope.
My little soda pop boop boop. Sorry.
The Monster Mash.
A wet sack of bricks. Oh no.
The Claw.
Wah. Sorry, I couldn't help it. Keep it in the face.
You swallow it because it tastes good.
Stick your nose in a good book.
You know I love a soft virginal heroine.
That worked out. Exclamation points.
Not an alpha hole.
The entomologist and the exterminator.
I see dead people.
It's like a Jolly Rancher, you know?
Straight up BYU rule.
A t-shirt contest.
Where's the fucking cravat?
But I want to go to dance school. Oh, but I want to go to the school dance.
All right, readers, that was season 3. Thank you for listening. We appreciate everyone who comes back week after week, who reads with us, who leaves us comments. We appreciate you.
And is continuing to stick with us through the absolute nonsense that is not another heroine.
From our shelf to yours.
Next page. Hi, heroines. Our love of reading may have started the pod, but our library wouldn't be the same without you.
So thank you for listening to all of my K-dramas.
And indulging my Hermione fanfic obsession.
We truly appreciate your continued support. Thanks for listening.